Alright guys, this is a secluded, pretty level spot on my property that I am going to be cleaning up and building a cabin or some kind of structure. But it's flat from where the camera is. It's flat behind the camera as well. It's a hillside. I'm gonna clear out all the underbrush. I'm gonna clear out a few of the bigger trees. Not my walnut trees, but there's a lot of black walnuts up there. See, and that's pointing south, where you're getting all the sun, so I'll be able to set up a solar system here to run this little cabin or whatever I build. But I'm gonna clear out some of the big trees up on that bank, and I'm gonna plant fruit trees, apple, pears, maybe peach, maybe a mulberry tree or two. I don't know, I am thinking about giving up the nice house and going to a off-grid setup. Now in my area, the size of your building can be 256 square feet without having to have a building permit. So I could do maybe 3 different structures here. Now the main living portion, then some outbuildings. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's going to be a big project, but for today I'm just going to start trying to clean up some of this small underbrush here. I'll be back with an update. Okay, here I'm just going to be trying to start a little fire to burn some of this brush that's already dead and down. Just a piece of char cloth and ferro rod, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just got to get a piece of the, there we go, I think it landed on the char cloth. Oh yeah. You can see the char cloth. Very warm. Now I'm just going to wrap it lightly in these few broken up leaves. Try to blow it to life. It's definitely getting warm in my hand. There's some old ductwork where I'm putting the little pieces of brush. Try to get some really fine stuff right on the char cloth. Trying to get really fine and dry. There we are. And I've got just one piece of paper, a couple little pieces of cardboard this big in there. A little bit of dry bark, a bunch of small sticks, this size and smaller. But I think we will be fine. The sticks in there are really dead, really dry, so they will be fine. But you can see a little bit of, you can see a lot of smoke. You'll be able to see the fire here in a minute, I hope. Just stepped in a big pile of very fresh deer scat. Said I've got a bunch of old stuff already down. So I'm just trying to burn it as I go. without getting the fire too big, and that's why it's contained in this old ductwork. All right, fire is going fine now. Now time to do some real work. Now down this road, down this hill right here is the road to get up here. I got a little stuff in the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the handsaw on it. Make it easier for me to get up here. Love these little folding hand saws. I know it doesn't look like I've gotten much done, but I've got quite a bit done so far. Just behind the camera, there's a big brush pile. Yeah, I've got tons more to do. Just looking around the stuff you can't see on camera. A lot more work to do. But I've only been at it for about an hour. Okay, this is the section I'm going to start clearing today. A couple of bigger trees that will have to come down. They're not old growth trees or anything, so all you tree people, settle down. And it's just a little small area, but it's got a lot of underbrush. A big poplar. It looks like maybe and it's not a big poplar, but I'm not cutting it by hand. Still a bunch of underbrush, and maybe, it looks like a wild cherry there, a small wild cherry. It needs to come down. Okay, here is what that same area looks like now. All the way over to this tree, cleaned out. I've got to take those two bigger trees down, but I've got to sharpen my saw blade first, and I don't have my sharpener with me, so it's back to the house, and I probably will just come back here tomorrow. disaster. The two trees were tangled up with wild grapevines. Wouldn't allow the first one to fall. It was loose at the base. Then I had to cut the second one so that the first one could fall. And because of the grapevines, it was falling towards my fire, so I had to move the fire, I had to move the camera. But anyway, they're down now. I'm just going to get them cut up. Here is a shot from near where the camera was originally set up for before I started doing any clearing. I'll walk over with the camera and show how far that really is. There is my little stack of firewood from those couple of not big, but bigger trees that I cut. This will be shaky because I'm walking. Still got 1, 2 bigger trees right there to come down, and a couple little ones, a little bit of underbrush still left. That tree right there is going to come down. The rest of this underbrush over beside of those 2 poplar trees, I'll probably cut the smaller one and leave the big one. But this is, and still some underbrush and whatnot. Once I get to the end, I'll turn around where the sun's not pointing directly into the view. Okay, here, that's not a whole lot better, but here is, and there's still a ton of underbrush up in there that I have to get, but I'm just trying to get this level area taken care of first. And I'm probably going to build the first structure right in here. There's those 2 pine trees that we just looked at, or poplar trees that we just looked at. So I'm going to build the first structure right in here. And I'm probably going to end up building, I don't know, 3 or 4 different structures up here. But anyway, I'll show you more as I do more. This has been a total of maybe 10, 12 hours work.